You know what cheeses me off, guys? When you sit here and you make a whole 20-some minute video and then you realize that it wasn't recording. It was never recording. It only recorded 44 seconds. What the hell? Howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here. It's August 19th, 2017. I'm running a day behind from now on when I'm showing you guys my videos. I know you'll understand. It is 8:56 p.m. Let's do the weather, shall we? Okay, let's do the weather. It is dun 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 dun. 86 degrees. Real feel was 96. The high was 89. The low was 75. It was a lot cooler out today. Thank the Lord. You know, but we had quite the adventure last night when I left off with you guys. Okay, first off, I'm on my phone talking, yak, yak, yak. I'm on the phone talking to my good friend Angie, one of my best friends. I got my cordless headphones on, so I wouldn't have been like this. I would have had my headphones on. Anyway, I'm yakking and I'm like, oh girl. And then she's like, oh girl. And then we start laughing and then we're yakety yak. And I'm like, she's talking. I'm like, yep, I agree. Well, you know what happened to me? And then I'm like, da da da. And she's like, da da da. And then we're like, oh, girl. And then, you get the drift, right? Then we're like looking up stuff, being silly, whatnot. You know how we get. Started raining while I'm talking to my friend. It started really raining when I'm talking to my friend, okay? I mean, like, it was just like a hose was on full blast, spraying you right in the face. That severe. Pop up, they bother me. Anyway, and I mean, it was thundering so hard that it's like started. Sometimes you could feel a vibration through the RV. And then I thought maybe there was like an emergency vehicle outside because you're seeing these lights. I have my curtains closed, but I'm seeing flashes and stuff. And, I'm like, oh crap. And I did think when I'm on the phone, so maybe I ought to get off. It's not real safe with all the thunder and the lightning. We did just have our DSL fixed because it fried that out, through the line and stuff. So, but I kept yakking. In fact, I didn't get off the phone with her until Brad called. Brad called to check. He's like, honey, you okay? He's like, I hear there's flooding and it's a really bad storm. Are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, we're okay. And I said, it's really coming down and the dogs are, really afraid. I've got, Charlie right next to me shivering like crazy and shaking. And I have Nixie in between my legs doing the same thing. Missy doesn't care. She can't hear that. You know, um, well, I take that back. At one point in time, she was really panting and afraid because she felt the vibration of the thunders, and but I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. So I get off the phone with him. I'd already hung up with Angie. I'd already done my enough damage talking to her as I possibly could. Probably, he's probably still trying to recover. But oh my God! And then I look back. You see, I'm like I'm facing talking to you all and I'm not paying any attention to the back half of this RV, I get up to use the restroom and it is like all hell had broken loose in the back half of the RV and I had been completely unaware. I mean, okay, you guys know that we have a skylight that's, Brad's working on fixing, and I have to say, he's been working a lot of hours, and then every day he's off to fix it, it's raining or wet. So I didn't know that skylight was leaking like crazy, and the skylight right next to it in the hallway was leaking like crazy. It didn't even dawn on me to wonder why, except for it was such a bad storm. So I'm getting out those washable weed pads, putting those, um, you know, uh, down to absorb water and stuff. I'm grabbing bowls. for where it's really coming down. I'm having to empty those before Brad even gets home. That's how much rain was coming down. And I'm like, oh crap, you know, and I'm just waiting until Brad gets home. Brad gets home, I'm like, okay, cool. I tell him what happened. And we're surveying the damage. And during all of this, I had waited because I told you guys earlier, yesterday when I left off, that I had rearranged some fans to make it cool in here. Well, I hadn't told you I had pulled out a lot of my craft stuff that was all sitting on the back of the bed, and that pile kept being stacked higher and higher and higher, right? So I'm afraid that something's going to fall over and hurt a dog. And so I had pulled that all out to make room for that bigger fan in the back of the bed and stuff, and hadn't finished it because Brad chewed me out yesterday when I was pulling that, because he said, you're going to end up in the hospital again because the way that you keep lifting stuff using those abdominal muscles and those hernias. And he's right. So I waited till he got home to go through that stuff and then have him help me lift some of the heavy stuff because I had promised. So I go back to do that, and I said, go ahead and eat dinner. You know, I had some noodle dish made, and I had some cucumbers I had sliced up and everything. Go ahead and eat dinner while I working on this. I go back to sit on the bed. The air conditioner, because the water had been so tremendous, had leaked all over the bed. So I put my last wee pad I could find, put that down over it, because I still, you know, I still have to work back there and clear this bed off. Well, it was to the point where, you know, since I had that crap stuff pulled out, I wanted to go through it all. And, you know, I wanted to go through it all, and I wanted to reorganize it. And I wanted to reorganize it, and I wanted to throw away anything I wasn't using and condense everything down again, because I was redoing the whole thing. So that took forever, and it was like hotter than Heide back there. And, you know, I was so close to crying. I just kept telling Brad, I can't do this anymore, because we've been really, really discouraged with living here because we cannot find any rentals. And quite frankly, the rentals you do find are just nasty. Maybe we'll find something. I'll talk about that more at the end of this video. So anyway, I'm doing that. I'm just getting so discouraged. You know, meanwhile, when he finishes dinner, he's got the shop vac out, because I said, honey, you're going to have to grab the shop vac and vacuum up this water, because I don't know how much more, you know, if this hallway keeps getting flooded, you know, these RVs really aren't made to live in all the time, full time. And I'm sure that floor is just plywood underneath that very thin carpet, very thin old carpet. So he's vacuuming that up. And then he goes to help me, you know, lift some stuff and finish that up. It was 2 a.m. before we finished that up. It was 2 a.m. And then we decided that he was going to sleep on the bed back there, because we were able to put, you know, pads and stuff over it so he wouldn't get wet and it would absorb the water. And I slept out here, which actually is turning out to be, I know you guys are going to laugh because we do this all the time, but it's actually getting to be a good thing, because I slept really well out here and he slept really well back there. And I'm more of a night owl, and sometimes he'd like to be able to stretch out too. So, but God, and then I still had to do all of our pills. On Friday nights, I have to do all of our pills. I mean, you know, it's like, well, I have one day out right now. One day out, so that's why you don't see it. Because these come out. These come out each individual day. But these are my 2 cases. So I have to do these, and then I have to do a case for him. And, actually, I need to take my water pills while I'm talking to you guys. But I still had to do that. I still had to do his work schedule, because on Friday nights His new work week starts on a Saturday. So I had to put that all on the board so he knows when he's working, and we can go by there. Charlie, do you know what to do with my water bottle? I'm like, no, Mom, I don't know. Ooh, there it is. But so I still had to do all that. Hope I have enough water. Yeah, I do. I still had to do all that. You know, he had walked the two girls one more time. Charlie won't go out unless in the dark. Might go out maybe in the dark for me, and he's just gonna pee. But I always make sure I get him out before it gets all the way dark so he can do his business. But anyway, you know, I take my water pills and stuff. So yeah, it was about 3. I didn't even get to do any looming, but that's okay. My wonderful friends have sent enough stuff. We're sending enough hats that will be good. That's such a help. Um, that was quite an adventure. And then today, when we got up, I took the dogs out so Brad could. I'm trying to be good, guys, with the hernia, but Brad, I took the dogs out so Brad could fold up the couch, you know, for me and put the bedding up. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, then I can't remember what I was gonna say, guys. And then after he came and brought coffee out and stuff, and then after we sat for a little bit, he had to go up there and work on the roof. And because what had happened and we didn't know it, and I didn't realize it until I was walking the dogs this morning, was that the I'll keep calling it a drop cloth, but that's not what it is, guys. What is it called? We have something that you cover something with, a tarp. Thank you. When you have a tarp, and we didn't realize it had blown off, and so you had to get up there, and that roof was slicker than snot because mold is growing up there from all the storms and all the leaves and stuff. It doesn't take anything for stuff to germinate here anywhere. It can. And so, you know, and he's afraid of heights anyway. So he ended up going up there barefoot. And then, you know, he made these sandbags with these quart bags. And we're trying to, he has this thing, we're very redneck guys. And so we knew that even the Gorilla Tape wasn't going to stick up on that roof. And Brad didn't have really time to clean it, you know, because he had to work today. So, I mean, clean up best he could, but so we have this Walmart bag and this rope, and we're trying to hoist up this bag. He has me loading it with stuff. On the very last trip, there's these 2 big pieces of wood, and okay, no, the second to the last trip, you almost can touch the bag up there, and it falls. Everything falls out of it. Or no, the rope broke. So we knew we can't use that rope on the shrimp trap now. We have to buy some new. But anyway, and then when it broke 2 of the sandbags that he made. So then I'm tying the rope. Very last time we have to, and I've got these 2 big pieces of wood he wants me to put in this bag. And by this time, this poor little Walmart bag's only got 1 little handle left. And it's ripping as it's hoisting up there. Almost at a point where you can touch it again, and it all falls. So then I'm able to get in 1 piece of wood up there, the biggest piece of wood. The other one I try to throw up there, it hits it hits the rim of the roof and falls, and it breaks in half, you know, long way. So he's going and he's doing what? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I think I'm going to be a really big help and get the biggest piece of that wood that's left that broke and toss it up there and end up hitting him. I didn't hurt him, but yeah, end up hitting him. We did get him down obviously off there safely. You know, poor guy. We can't go up there much more time. We still gotta make the braid for it up there. We gotta buy, we gotta be able to clean that up there. So we got a clean surface, and then he's gotta buy a bunch of stuff, and then he got the flex spray, and I just don't know what else he's buying, but crap. But anyway, I don't know. There's a neighbor that offered to help. Maybe Brad can get that guy over here to maybe to help him. But anyway, we got that done, and I really haven't done anything else today. I'm making sure that I'm still recording. I really haven't done anything else today because I figured everything else has been such a cluster. I'm even out there walking the dog with no bra on. Of course, I just kind of keep my arms over my boobs much as they can be, and you know stuff, but that's life. I made this no bra Saturday instead of no bra Sunday. So, I didn't clean house today. I decided I wasn't going to clean house today. I'll clean it tomorrow. And I was just going to kind of relax. I wanted to get stuff done. So, I got that done. This is my 5D. And I just got these clamps. Oh, it had a sticker on it. These clamps they're just on the stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll trim all this excess away, and I'm going to Mod Podge over the top so none of it comes off. But isn't that pretty? This is an anime type girl for my granddaughter for Christmas. And then I will frame it closer to Christmas. So anyway, got that done. That's a full one. And it took a while. That's my first full one. I really enjoyed it though. I really enjoyed doing those. And I haven't done anything else. Well, I took the dogs out and stuff. Brad made the protein shakes this morning. And then, I need to rearrange some stuff still in back since he's going to be sleeping back there from now on. He doesn't want my salt lamp, which I really love my salt lamp. I just have one that's a big piece, big salt lamp. It's not one of the crystal ones. It's just, where you put the pieces in. It's just a solid. But I've had it probably 6-7 years, and I really love it. I know some people say they think they shrink down, but I haven't noticed mine shrinking down. If anything, the older they get, it seems to me, the more of a sheen that salt gets on it, and even here in this humidity, and the like the warmer the glow. I love my salt lamp, so I'm gonna bring it out here because I didn't like any light at all. And just rearrange some stuff for him. Bring some, have a couple bags of yarn back there. I'll bring up here. Excuse me. I'll probably bring my the looms that I usually use. I'll probably bring up here. Just like I have this one up here right now. I use right now. I'm using 2 wooden and 2 of the nifty knitter type. And what else? I need to feed the dogs still, poor puppies. And I mean they have food there. And do the dishes. And then I need to decide what to make for dinner. I don't know why. I just don't want to make crab salad tonight. I don't know why. I don't have a clue to why I don't want to make crab salad tonight. I don't want to make crab salad tonight. So I think we're going to end up having breakfast burritos type thing tonight. That's what sounds good to me. But I got to go out and get some tortillas or something. I don't see them. And Brad said they were here, and I don't know where that might be. So, other than that, it's been, a good day. Still trying to dry stuff out around here. And, I couldn't have vacuumed today anyway because it's just too wet back there. So, I'm not going to ruin my vacuum over it. But, yeah, it's just been that kind of a day. Oh, I do have a new horror prop, my beheaded beauties as I call them. I haven't bought a new one in a couple of years, and Brad didn't mind. It was only about $10 free shipping, and but it's got a hook coming through the mouth. Won't get it probably till the end of September, but I'm excited to get it. Because one of them, the one that had like the chains coming out of the eyes and stuff, the rubber has just kind of disintegrated, and it was doing it even in Wyoming. And I even tried to Mod Podge over it, and it just still, So yeah, that's all we really got going on. I hope everybody has a great day. And oh, I know I was gonna talk to you guys about our frustration real quick about we're not sure what we're gonna do. But I was gonna have to talk to a district manager about some stuff, but depending on what happens there, if Brad changes stores or whatever might happen, um, uh, we just cannot find any place to rent in this area, and so many other people are in the same boat. And so we are looking at, we probably will need to move. And so, Brad's finally on that boat. We like the southern states. Uh, we like Georgia. We like Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, any of those. So, if any of you guys know of any, you know, if you guys know of any good, you know, places you think might work for us, we would need number one for Brad to be able to transfer stores, you know, within the company. We would need either a place guaranteed to rent that we'd be able to park the RV and move the stuff out of, or else an RV park, but we would need to be pretty sure that we're going to be able to find a place to rent because, you know, yeah. So, I mean, it's just worth a shot. I mean, because, we really need to do something. Um, so I'm just kind of putting that out there if anybody knows of anything. We really aren't. I mean, we would, but we don't want to. We don't like big cities, so we really don't want to live in a big city if we don't have to. We like small town and stuff. So because yeah, we could move, I guess, down further down in Florida, but we can't really afford over like 800 a month. Really, that would be, you know. I don't know. I don't know what will happen. That's part of what Brad and I were talking about last night. And so I'm really scared. And I don't want to live the rest of my life in an RV, and neither does he. I mean, if we are forced to have to do that, then we've got to at least get, like a bigger travel trailer or fifth wheel or something. And I know some of those are really nice, so I don't know. You know, I'm not a real religious person. I'm spiritual, and I do believe in what I believe in, and I will pray, you know. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something. I just would love something that would be, we had a little more room, and I could take a shower in my own home, and I'd have a oven to bake in and stuff. That would be nice. So anyway, I know a lot of people have a lot bigger problems, and I know that. So anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. I am hoping I will get time either later tonight or tomorrow to answer comments and stuff. I'm going to make the time. So, and remember, I think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you later. Bye!